Hello everybody. So, I bring you today just a real quick overview over all of our builds. Well, we're just gonna go through them. I'll point out the important, the better ones, and the ones you shouldn't care about too much, and the ones who's getting better, and which ones are getting worse. And just a quick overview. Okay, now this standard warlock, it's very easy to set up. I would say this should do well as a season starter. You don't really need that much. But yeah, it does have the problem. Maybe now with the altars you'll be able to scale it a bit more, but it does have the problem of scalability being. There's a limit to how much you can scale it. Just because Dan chance is limited. However, it is fairly easy for you to hit that cap. Like you can get 1,000,000 dots fairly easily. I would say 500k to 700k should be, even without slams, just a couple of exalts, you should be able to reach it as long as you find Dan chance. This guy is just no. I mean, this is much better than the Frostbite version I did, but mostly because I didn't know what the heck I was doing in the Frostbite. So we'll have to revisit the Frostbite in the future. And yeah, this one is kinda... I'll have to redo my playlist, just take these warsolves to the side. Now, the Cold Harvest Lich. It can do damage. The set got a little changed. Now, I think now you can scale it higher. However, it requires you to have more regen. And I'm not sure if there's any tech I am not aware that is easier for you to stack regen. We'll have to see. Either way, it should do good damage. It requires a bit of investment. And with the corruptions thing, the corruption system, since it uses the Shadowlands set, and the sword is actually pretty good for echoes because that's Dayside, the Dayside proc it has. If you can corrupt it and get something nice, say crit multi, more flat, whatever, it could become really nice. But this wasn't properly tested. Like this one got to 900 plus 950 and clear it. Same with this guy, and this thing got a slight buff, mostly because Spirit Thorns went from 60% damage effectiveness to 100. So it's a 40% damage gain on, well, maybe not 40, but 35 at least damage gain on Halvar. On the Spirit Thorns, Avalanche stayed the same, so probably not an overall 35 damage increase, but a significant damage increase. Elemental Nova, this guy, I'll need to. I think this season I'll focus more on crit hit after we do the Blade Dancer, of course, because I need to learn how to scale it better. Because this guy, I think it has potential to go even higher than what it is. It's also getting 3 more skill points because the Invoker set is getting changed from +1 to all skills to +2 to all skills. We're not covering altars and corruption because we don't really know what's achievable and what's not. So we'll wait to give that evaluation. We're just talking based off the patch notes. This thing didn't get changed, so it's still good. It still does decent bleed damage. These two we'll disregard them. They don't matter. This guy. This is my league starter. Or my season starter, the Bleed Strikes Blade Dancer. I actually did a guide for LE Tools. I don't know when it's gonna be up, if it's gonna be accepted or not. I put some work into it, I hope it's accepted. Either way, this thing got buffed up to a zoo. Dancing Strikes, we're gonna be able to get more than double the Dancing Strikes that we did before. Because they remove the cooldown, and now the attack speed actually scales the animation speed. So we attack faster with Dancing Strikes. And supposedly, it's gonna be more controllable. Only tomorrow will we know how controllable that means, but what they said is, oh, if you keep your mouse close to the character won't move. So we'll see. We'll see how it pans out. Ignite Shield Throw. I mean, this wasn't bad. I think I can make it way better. But if I do Primal Embers again, I think I might try something weird with Ruby Fang. Maybe multi-strike. Maybe multi-strike Ruby Fang with Poison and Ignite. We'll see. But this one has some potential, I think. But again, compared to like these three Rams, Alvar, Elemental Nova that I've tested enough that I know that can do 900 plus corruption, it's still up in the air. Okay, low life Lich. This is a very, very safe build for hardcore. It runs Immortal Stone, so you have Void, Necrotic, and Poison being taken as physical, which get reduced massively by Hour of Decay. It can do like 300 corruption just walking around. It does have a pretty decent gear investment in it, and I didn't really try to push it. I might try to push it after the season, during the season 4. Just try it out, see how far it can go. Skellie Auto Pop or Skellie Pop has been buffed massively. It got 2 new damage multipliers. It got 2 new HP multipliers. The mana multiplier got not doubled, but got 3% more. Or 1 less point. So it's now an 8%, a 4-pointer, 8% damage per mana. And due to talking with Pinch and Loaf and whatnot, we know he did a planner where he could reach like 3k mana. Which means you could get like 9,000 plus, 900 plus more damage from that node alone, along with all the flat spell damage that those 3,000 mana will provide with Chaos Bolt. Yeah. This Ignite Paladin, I mean, it should be fine. It's nothing amazing, but it was 300 plus on hardcore. Very chill. You just warpath, and then whenever you had found something that survived, you just slap them. Okay, Frostbite, yeah, this one, like, this does 200 something dot damage. Compared to the other Heartseeker that does 700, this is not doing anything. I probably built it wrong. So I still enjoyed it way more than the Bleed Heartseeker, and despite the Bleed Heartseeker having double the HP of it, this one still felt better, still felt tankier. So yeah. This Chaos Bolt Warlock was really funny. I'm gonna be honest, it's another one. These two, like, yeah, these need to be reviewed. These are all pretty old builds. The Poison Lich was interesting when I did it. I think all the dot builds that I have, like previous to my recent ones, they will all need to be reviewed. So I would not recommend you to run these. Like, this Flame Reeve was a funny little test. I think I might be able. This was before Legends Entwine was released. So now we actually could run like a jeweler vessel or something like that, something silly like that, to get even more war gen. So it should be even better, tankier. The damage is still needed work, but again, with all the changes to Spellblade, if we're gonna play melee, we're probably just play Spellblade. However, I will want to revisit this at some point. Searpins. I haven't touched Searpins since season 2, so again, no primordial. The best primordial for it is probably a reliquary, because we can get more Shadow Dagger's penetration out of it. It also needs probably some redoing of itemization, because again, my scaling with crit is not great. I'm not that great at doing it, so we'll have to review this one as well. However, one important thing is Falcon Marks got nerfed this patch, so it might have lost some power. It also lost Shuriken, so it also lost some defenses. So yeah, this one needs to be checked quite a bit. These two will end up in the same problem with the shuriken change, because I think they run shuriken if I remember right, or the armor. So they lost the armor along with these three. All lost the shuriken tech armor. However, that's gonna open up some other avenues like the bleed dancing strikes one. That's just gonna get tons and tons of bleed, because you can now overload stack the bladed shields. So in theory we should be able to be running around with like 3-4 blade shields running, which means at least 20 shurikens. With the 800 bleeds we have on that dancing strikes build, that's 160 bleeds to anything that comes even close to us. Yeah. Nish's part charge build. I think this got buffed. It should still work just fine. And it probably got buffed, although the passives will have changed slightly. Because now you can get a bit more defenses out of spellblade. I am considering running HP stacking spellblade. I think I'll leave the planners, like what the silly ideas I just put into a planner just to see what happens. So you guys can take a look in case you are interested. I know the defensive setup I came up with for a spellblade looks pretty solid. Then I just didn't have any skills or anything or damage to it, because I was still not sure what I would run in it. Now the sacrifice lich, this is pretty outdated. I was messing with a minion auto bomber, trying to make it work through cruelty, where you just AFK. Now they actually messed with Bone Nova and zombies. Zombies got can now cast Marrow Shards with 100% chance. So you can trigger both Infernal Shade and Marrow Shards through zombies, and there's also the Bone Nova in Marrow Shards. I think there's a sacrifice build there, may even using the shield to get the 100% resummon of minions. So I'll probably fiddle with that at some point, where we just do a whole bunch of sacrificing, zombies blow up, there's shades, there's Bone Novas. I don't know if it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be boom, 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 boom. Doesn't that sound fun? The VK completely needs to be redone. This was before the changes to Void Knight back in season 2. Yeah. So yeah, I mean the leveling setup, the early leveling setup, the Monolith at 28 still works. Even works even better because now it has automated Devouring Orb cast, so you can just run around, throwing a smite here and there and some abyssal decay here and there. So yeah, we covered all the builds. That's just another version of Skellie Pop. Tomorrow the season will start. We'll be streaming on Twitch. We'll be racing on Dancing Strikes. I don't know. We're aiming for. We're trying to go for first rogue. I don't know if we're gonna get it. I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get anywhere close to the top. We probably won't even make it top 10. But it's fine. We're doing it for the funsies. I really am looking forward to running Dancing Strikes. It looks really good. But we'll see. Another thing. We do have an event. I decided to start an event. Let me turn off the camera so you can see everything. So, you know, I don't make that much money. Or barely anything. But I would like to support EAG because I think they did a good job this season. Sure, there's still things they need to make better, but I think they did a good job. The skins also look nice. So I'm aiming for like a 30 sub. It's not a subathon because, you know, I stream a lot. So I didn't think a subathon made much sense. Therefore, we did this, where we do so like a still a little event. Well, I'm hoping I don't regret this. So what we'll do is we mess around with that mask over there. That mask over there. We'll have to figure out how that will go. But if you can get 10 subs, we'll do the campaign. Hardcore Soul Character Found. And how this will work is chat will pick class and mastery. So it would be nice if people were around. This is only gonna happen after the season 4 race. So no, you can come in, do your sub, do your gift sub, get your fire aura, because there is the fire aura MTX for people who sub or do a gift sub for creators that have drops enabled during the next 3 days. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Doing this drops March 26 at 001 UTC to March 29 001 UTC. So it's gonna be patch day, season 4 launch day, and 2 days after. It's not completely because it's gonna start stupidly early. It's gonna start like how long is it? It's gonna start in 3 hours from now. I'm recording at 9 PM my time. So it will start like 16 hours before the season launches. Just so you are aware, the drops will be enabled 16 hours before the season launches. But yeah, if we can get 10, we'll lose my chat picks mastery, chat picks class, chat picks first skill, I pick second skill, chat picks third, I pick fourth, chat picks fifth. There needs to be a minimum of synergy, as the rules are here. You can join in on the Discord. If we are not on the Discord, drop by the stream. We'll be streaming a lot after season 4 launches, so you can all just come in, exclamation mark Discord, and you'll be able to join Discord, which is where you can find this. If not, you can just pause the video and look. Essentially, it's gonna be a goose mask, and if we can get to 30, we'll go from 0 to Aberoth with whatever silly build we end up with, whatever mastery, whatever class. But yeah, sorry that took a bit long. I am pretty tired. I ended up not sleeping much last night. Kinda let it be, cause then we can rest today and be well rested for tomorrow. And I guess that's that. Okay, thank you very much for dropping by, guys. I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Later.